Now, from Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 5.
Coming up tonight on the news, the public is paying their respects to fallen Marine Corporal Dagan Page tonight.
Plus, several Nebraska radio stations are raising money for child brain cancer research. But first,
this is about LPS taking accountability for the things that they do.
Tensions are high at a Lincoln High School. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight. Parents and students say it's been a chaotic week at Lincoln Northeast.
Some students and parents have been protesting outside the school over the last couple of days. Channel 8's Yosef Nasser spoke to a student about what this is really all about. Yosef?
That's right, Rod and Megan. This all started with online discussion claiming drinks at a homecoming dance were spiked. To be clear, there's only been one police report concerning this incident, but it's led to several small protests, some saying they don't feel safe at the school. Monday night, a 16-year-old and her mother contacted police to report a possible narcotics violation at a Lincoln Northeast homecoming dance last Friday. The girl told police she left the drink unattended for an unknown amount of time. She returned to find the drink discolored and some of it missing. She drank a little bit of it and started to feel ill afterwards. According to LPD, neither school staff or the Lincoln police officer on duty were informed of the drug drink at the time of the dance. That investigation is still ongoing. In the days to follow, students and parents have held small protests across the street of the school. Audrey Estrader, a student at Northeast, says she's been participating in protests since Monday of this week. She explains the reason why.
I've never felt supported by LPS or felt like I was backed up or safe in school. And this is about LPS taking accountability for the things that they do. Stop trying to cover things up and stop trying to push away our problems and tell us to just ignore it.
Strader says she and her mother were disappointed by an email sent to LPS parents on Saturday characterizing online commentary about spiked drinks at the Northeast homecoming dance as rumors and misinformation spreading on social media. LPS tells Channel 8 that email was sent before an official police report was made. Audrey says she was at the dance and did consume a beverage. She felt strange afterwards, but was unsure if she had been drugged.
I'm not 100% sure, but there was a point in time that I had set my drink down and I went dancing and I came back and I drank it. And then after a while, my stomach felt kind of sick and I felt overheated, so I went to the bathroom to take a break, and I saw that my face was like red.
This is not the only issue at Northeast. In an email to parents, LPS confirms that there was an altercation between two students and a parent Wednesday at lunch outside of the school, although the nature of the dispute is unclear. According to police, the altercation was between a 37-year-old woman and a 17-year-old female student. The woman was cited for misdemeanor assault. LPS says other issues happening at the school include physical altercations between students, bathrooms being vandalized, and threats of violence made on social media. They say Lincoln Police and LPS security have been informed. Students responsible for the threats will face appropriate consequences. As you just heard, there's only been one police report about a spiked drink at the dance. Audrey does encourage other students who might have been affected to come forward so this doesn't happen again.
Yosef Nasser, thank you very much for our top story tonight. And that is a lot to digest, so we'll have that full story on our website, klkntv.com. In other news now, an emotional couple of days ahead for the Omaha and Nebraska.
That's right. The life of Corporal Dagan Page will be honored. Public visitation for him is being held right now at St. Paul Lutheran Church in Omaha. Started at 5 o'clock. His funeral is tomorrow at the same church, and that begins at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Seating is very limited. We're going to be live streaming the funeral on our website and Facebook page tomorrow.
About 775 evacuees from Afghanistan are expected to come to Nebraska. Now, that's just a part of the 37,000 evacuees who will be relocated across the country. The Biden administration began notifying governors and state refugee coordinators across the country about how many will be coming to their states.
It is time once again to check in on your weather. And Malcolm Byron still in for John this week. And warming up out there.
Right, continuing the warming trend today, many getting into the 90s. So far, the highest temperature I've seen at Lincoln's 92 degrees. We'll take a look at the updated temperature map in just a second, see if we've been able to reach any higher. You may have noticed it's been breezy outside. Southerly winds, 18 miles per hour in Lincoln right now, but I think it's the gusts that really catch my attention here. You see gusts up to 32 miles per hour in Grand Island. We talked yesterday about how we may see gusts in the ballpark of 30 to 35 miles per hour, so it might be a bad hair day if you're heading out this evening. Plenty of sunshine, though, not many clouds in the sky, mostly clear sky, looking southwest, or excuse me, to the northwest of Honda of Lincoln. Right now, temperatures in the low 90s across southeast Nebraska. We're at 91 in Lincoln, 90 degrees in Beatrice, 92 in Grand Island, 91 degrees as well in Hastings and in Kearney. Now, one thing you'll notice is that the humidity is high once again today. Dew points are back in the low to mid 60s, so the dew points are noticeable. So when you factor in the humidity with the temperature, may feel just a couple of degrees warmer. Now, the dry weather is going to come to an end for some. We're watching a cold front that's in South Dakota right now. That's going to move to the northwestern part of the state as we head towards tonight. Eventually could bring us the chance for some showers as we head in towards tomorrow morning. But in the meantime, mostly clear for the evening hours. Eventually we'll see clouds by tomorrow morning. Temperatures are going to be a little bit tricky. This is a dynamic forecast. We're going to have all the details and what you need to know coming up in just a couple minutes.
All right, thank you very much, Malcolm. In national news now, an FDA panel is going to review data about Pfizer's booster shots and possibly give approval to use it for all vaccinated Americans on Friday.
The Biden administration is hoping to make the booster shots available to everyone on Monday. ABC's Elizabeth Schulze has more.
The timing of a nationwide campaign to roll out COVID booster shots is in flux. The Biden administration set September 20th as the date to make boosters available to all vaccinated Americans, and states and cities are already making preparations.
The second we get the information, emails, texts sent out proactively to folks who are eligible.
An FDA panel is expected to meet Friday to decide whether to recommend Pfizer's booster shots beyond those who are immunocompromised. In a report reviewing Pfizer's data, the FDA was non-committal, saying vaccines at their currently approved doses still afford protection against severe COVID-19 disease and death in the United States.
Younger, healthier people, they do seem to have more breakthrough infections after a period of time, but they're still really well protected against severe disease.
Pfizer makes the case a third booster shot is needed for those 16 and older about 6 months after receiving the second dose. And Pfizer suggests reduction in vaccine protection is likely not due to the Delta variant, but instead vaccine effectiveness decreases with increasing time since being fully vaccinated. The debate over boosters comes as hospitals overwhelmed with COVID patients plead with unvaccinated Americans to get their shots.
We need people to get vaccinated, or it's going to be even more of a catastrophe than it already is.
President Biden is defending his vaccine mandates amid pushback from Republican governors.
This is the worst kind of politics because it's putting the lives of citizens of their states, especially children, at risk.
A CDC panel will meet next week to decide who should get the Pfizer booster shots and when. That meeting will come after the Biden administration's deadline to roll out the shots. Elizabeth Schulze, ABC News, Washington.
And on a related note, some serious news from Bryan Health today. They are at the breaking point, full of patients at their hospitals.
They're also making some dire moves to prioritize beds for COVID patients.
So we are maxed out as a healthcare system in Nebraska for all intent purposes.
The next concern is do we have to go into what's termed crisis capacity? We have to make decisions that nobody wants to make about triaging healthcare resources.
At midnight, Bryan Health reports they reached full physical capacity with 552 patients in total. 71 cases are COVID patients, and they have been transferring some people to rural hospitals to maintain space for COVID patients. Dr. Jim Nora worries as flu season starts, numbers could rise to where some patients may not receive care. We're going to have more on the story coming up tonight on both of our newscasts at 6 and 10 o'clock.
Pope Francis is still backing the COVID vaccination, saying, quote, humanity has a history of friendship with vaccines. He believes the misinformation may be behind some vaccine skepticism. Nearly everyone in the Vatican is vaccinated aside from one cardinal.
Well, have you gained weight during COVID? I know I have. A new CDC study says many kids have as well. It says the body mass index in children between ages 2 and 19 has nearly doubled. The research involved more than 400,000 kids before and after the pandemic started.
And scientists say walking 7,000 steps daily could reduce your risk of an early death. Researchers found that it lowered your risk by 50 to 70%. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services doesn't have a specific number of recommended daily steps. They just suggest adults move and sit less.
And some other health news for you. 2 deaths from West Nile virus have been confirmed so far this year here in Nebraska. Both victims were older and had health issues. 6 human cases have been reported so far this month in the Central District of Nebraska. West Nile virus is the most prevalent mosquito-borne disease here in the U.S. All right, the 9th annual Team Jack Radiothon is going on right now.
It's a way to raise money for pediatric brain cancer research. Our media partner, KLIN Radio, is a big part of it. And Kevin Thomas has been on the air and gave us this report.
Well, the Team Jack Radiothon is really an opportunity to come together in the fight against pediatric brain cancer. And what we do every year is raise money, really to try to bring those research dollars here to Nebraska. Such a critical thing. And with the Team Jack dollars that we're raising today, we know that that research will happen here in Nebraska with big projects at UNMC.
This year's Team Jack Radiothon is being broadcast out of Elwood, Nebraska. It does go until 8 o'clock tonight. You can call that number right there on your screen, 855-RUN-JACK, to donate. By the way, Jack Hoffman is 16 years old now. Unfortunately, though, his dad, Andy, died this past March from brain cancer.
And I did just talk to Kevin. Get this, they have raised so far today $100,000. So awesome news. Again, you have until 8 o'clock to call that number. Still ahead on the news tonight, we're going to take a closer look at shootings that have happened during the pandemic, and, well, the numbers are not good.
Those details right after the break.
According to researchers, the number of mass shootings has risen during the COVID pandemic.
The researchers looked at data from the Gun Violence Archive from April 2020 through this July. Now, during that time, 217 people were killed and almost 1,500 injured in nearly 350 mass shootings. A mass shooting was defined as an incident where 4 or more people were killed or injured, and this does not include the shooter. Researchers believe the increase is due to social and economic factors associated with the pandemic.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with meteorologist Malcolm Byron.
Well, the start of astronomical fall is next Wednesday, but it does not feel like fall at all. We're looking at mostly clear skies. Temperatures have returned in towards the 90s. A couple of clouds over our Allo communications camera, but most of us are dry at this hour. In fact, all of us are dry across southeast Nebraska. Humidity has gone up today. Dew points are in the 60s for many. I see lots of green on the map. We have southerly winds, and it's rather breezy at times. We're talking winds in a ballpark of 15 to 25 miles per hour with gusts exceeding 30 miles per hour at times. You see some spots of dew points in the 50s, but those are few and far between. Most of us are feeling humid this afternoon, and couple that with the temperatures, doesn't feel all too great. Temperatures right now in Lincoln, we're at 91 degrees. The highest I've seen so far is 92 degrees. We're at 90 in Beatrice, lower 90s out towards York and Aurora, keeping low 90s out towards the Tri-Cities as well. However, we look off towards the north and cooler air is nearby. It's in South Dakota. We have a cold front. This is the cold front that's going to move through tomorrow morning. You'll notice ahead of the front, we have temperatures in the 90s. We still have low 90s out in Sioux Falls, but you just go behind this front out towards Chamberlain. 78 degrees, 77 in Pierre. We're going to tap into some of this cooler air as we head in towards tomorrow. So now we're dry across southeast Nebraska, even seeing some showers and thunderstorms forming in northeast Colorado, but we're not going to be concerned about this this evening. At least for Thursday evening plans, or even going in towards the early morning hours on Friday in southeast Nebraska, not anticipating any rain. There is a chance for some severe weather in northern Nebraska, so for some of our northern counties, you may have a stronger storm this evening, but in the southeastern part of the state, there is no severe weather potential. I think a lot of these storms will weaken in towards the overnight hours. So let's track this with Stormcast. You'll see mostly clear conditions through the evening, not looking at a lot of cloud cover this evening. So if you want to look up to the sky around 9, 10 o'clock, you can probably see the stars. However, we're going to be tracking this front moving into northern Nebraska as we head into the wee hours of the morning. You'll see some showers and thunderstorms out that way. Heading in towards the morning commute, perhaps some showers and thunderstorms for the Tri-Cities. We'll include some for Lincoln as well. But you'll notice the splotchy nature of a lot of these showers. So these are going to be scattered showers, probably won't be raining at every point in time tomorrow morning. This cold front will continue to push through as we head in towards the afternoon, but behind the front we still have the chance to see some more thunderstorms as an upper level disturbance rolls through. I don't think that these thunderstorms will be on the stronger side because we don't have a lot of warm air to work with because we're going to be on the cool side of this front, but nevertheless Stormcast is showing some showers and thunderstorms, and I do think that these have a decent chance at developing. You'll see winds shift out of the north tomorrow. That's going to help keep cooler temperatures as well, seeing some scattered showers even in towards Friday evening, perhaps into the overnight hours on Saturday, before eventually we dry out by Saturday afternoon. Stormcast, as far as temperatures are concerned, you'll see lower 70s picking up Stormcast on Friday morning. The front will push through and we'll see temperatures drop. Check out this. Temperatures in the upper 50s perhaps as we head in towards Friday 10 a.m. And you'll notice we may bottom out as far as our low temperature is concerned Friday afternoon, perhaps in the low 60s. And then we may have temperatures start to rebound as we head in towards Friday evening. 70 degrees looks like it's probably going to be the upper bound for where we may see our temperatures. Now, normally I would show you the forecast for tonight, but because the overnight low temperature may actually occur tomorrow afternoon, I'm not going to show you the tonight forecast. Just know that there'll be some storms around tomorrow morning. We'll keep scattered storms into the afternoon, 70 degrees the high temperature. Here's a look at your 10-day forecast. We're a little bit cooler on Saturday. The cooler forecast tomorrow is going to result in a cooler high temperature on Saturday, back up into the 90s on Sunday, feeling humid, mostly clear skies before rain chances start to go up by the beginning of next week.
All right, thank you very much, Malcolm. Now to some more national news. To the desperate search for a 22-year-old woman who police say vanished while on a cross-country road trip with her boyfriend, who police are now calling a person of interest.
Authorities in Utah releasing new body camera video of the couple just days before she was last seen. ABC's Morgan Norwood has the latest.
The search for Gabby Petito growing more desperate by the hour. She was reported missing September 11th, and with few leads, Petito's family demanding answers from her boyfriend turned person of interest, Brian Laundrie.
There is a tip line that you can call anonymously Whatever you can do to make sure my daughter comes home, I'm asking for that help. There's nothing else that matters to me now.
The couple had been on a cross-country road trip in a white van, documenting their travels on YouTube and Instagram.
I think our plan for today is to just hang out.
Petito was last seen August 24th checking out of a hotel with Laundrie in Salt Lake City, Utah. On September 1st, Laundrie returned home to North Point, Florida with the van, but without Petito.
2 people went on a trip, 1 person returned, and that person that returned isn't providing us any information.
Overnight, authorities releasing new body camera footage following an incident between the couple.
What's going on? How come you're crying?
I'm just crying. We've just been fighting this morning. Some personal issues.
Officers say this call was about 2 people arguing outside of a Utah convenience store near Arches National Park. According to the police report, Petito reportedly hit Laundrie in the face.
Told me I needed to calm down. Yeah. But I'm perfectly calm.
Responding officers saying the incident was not a domestic dispute, but more of a mental or emotional health break. No charges were filed. Petito and Laundrie agreed to separate for the night.
I have OCD and sometimes I can get really frustrated.
Authorities say at this point the investigation remains a missing persons case. Laundrie's attorney saying in a statement his client will continue to remain silent on the advice of counsel because they believe any statement made will be used against you. And police say the FBI is now stepping in to provide additional resources and support in this search. Morgan Norwood, ABC News, Los Angeles.
All right, now to South Carolina, where the plot thickens when a lawyer who was grazed in the head by a bullet is now facing insurance fraud charges.
Yeah, prominent attorney Alex Murdaugh now saying he asked a former client to shoot him.
Realized that things were going to get very, very, very bad, and he decided to end his life.
53-year-old Murdaugh surrendered to police today. Back in June, his wife and 22-year-old son were both murdered. His lawyer says Murdaugh has been battling with mental illness and an opioid addiction. Murdaugh's bond is set at $20,000.
He didn't want law enforcement spending more time on this fake crime instead of focusing on solving the murders of Maggie and Paul.
And authorities are now opening a criminal investigation into the 2018 death of the family's longtime housekeeper and nanny, Gloria Satterfield. At the time, Murdaugh settled a wrongful death lawsuit for more than $500,000. Her son's lawyers say they haven't seen any money.
A split day on Wall Street today. The Dow falling 63, NASDAQ up 20. Here are your numbers. You're watching Channel 8, Nebraska's trusted news source.
Finally tonight, today, Vanessa Gray turns 107 years young.
She loves playing cards and bingo, is kind to everyone she meets, and is still active in many of the activities where she lives independently at Van Dorn Villa. She just recently started to use a walker to get around, but Vanessa says those are for old people, so she calls it her four-wheeler instead. I love it. Look at her, isn't she cute? Let's be sure to wish her a very happy 107th birthday.
Wow.
She looks wonderful.
Happy birthday. Have some cake for us, okay?
Oh.
I can smell those flowers. They look beautiful.
Yeah, you gave her a warm birthday present, my friend.
She beats my great-grandfather. He lived to 106.
Really? Wow.
Maybe I got that in my genes. So
you hope, right?
Yeah. All right, let's get you a final check of the weather real quick. We're looking at really nice weather for the rest of this evening, mostly clear conditions. Temperatures are warm this evening. It's a bit on the humid side, but eventually cooler temperatures will arrive by tomorrow morning as we have a cold front approaching. Could bring some rain for your morning commute, and we'll keep scattered rain in towards tomorrow afternoon as well. Highs probably maximum topping out around 70 degrees.
All right, thank you, Malcolm, and thank you all for joining us.
World News is next, and then we'll see you back here at 6 o'clock.
With the Channel 8 Eyewitness News mobile app, you'll be the first to know. Get alerts about breaking news and weather, all in the palm of your hand.
What's so extreme about the DQ Reese's Extreme Blizzard? How about all the Reese's you could dream of, all in world-famous DQ soft serve?